In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create custom firmware using a 5374 Comtrend modem. In this example, all I'm simply going to do is go to the Advanced Setup and ATM interface and just add a basic 035 PVC. I'll go ahead and leave all the defaults. Once I've created the interface, I'm then going to add that interface to a WAN service as if we're going to deploy this in a basic DHCP scenario. I'll hit Next, and I'll choose IPOE because we're once again using DHCP, not PPPoE or bridge mode. I'll hit Next. I'll leave all the DHCP defaults to allow it to obtain an IP address automatically. I'll leave NAT enabled and skip the rest simply because, once again, this is just a demo. I'll leave the selected default gateway interfaces as well as the selected DNS server interfaces. Next. And here we can see the summary. NAT is enabled, full cone NAT disabled, firewall disabled, IGMP multicast. These are just the basic defaults for this example. Now that our PVC is created, our WAN is set up, we can then go through and add in additional WAN services. We can make LAN changes. We can go into NAT, add virtual server, port triggering entries, add any security settings you may use, whether it be IP filtering, MAC filtering, DNS settings such as changing from proxy to DNS relay. Whatever the case may be, some customers like to disable wireless for their customers. Here you would just hit apply and save after unchecking that. You could also go into the management, make sure that your access control for remote access, HTTP is set for LAN and WAN in case you monitor or manage these modems remotely. Maybe any TR69 settings that you may have. Whatever the case, once you've gone through and configured the modem as if you're going to deploy it to a brand new customer, you would then go to Management, Settings, and Backup. Here you would back up those settings and save that configuration file, say, to your desktop. Once that's been saved, you would then take that file and email that to your field application engineer. Included with that, you should have our custom software request form that will go through and ask you some of the basic questions about your configuration. What that allows us to do is to double check those settings after this firmware has been compiled to make sure that we're meeting your needs and expectations. Once we create that firmware, we will then email that back to the requester of that firmware. We would then ask that you test and verify and make sure that all of your settings and appropriate configurations are embedded in that software. To do that, you would just factory default the modem after upgrading to bring those settings out. And once you've confirmed that that has everything that you need, you could then take and forward that to your distributor to load onto future purchases. Or you could use that on your own modems or within your own test bench or for your customers by upgrading your modems manually. I hope this explains everything for creating custom firmwares, and I appreciate your time.